talking about next?
Let's talk about Sofia Coppola.
Ooh, she has a special place in my heart.
Yes.
As a female director. Again, she's doing movies the European way.
Yeah.
And it's such a contrast to what's going on in the States, where there's a lot of money coming in.
Yeah.
She's been born and raised on movie sets.
Yes.
Right. So she had, even before doing her first movie, she had all the knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? She met all
her
these.
whole life is film school.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So we're being on a set with Robert De Niro, Pacino, right? It's just mad. It's just mad. So, which is your favorite movie of hers?
Lost in Translation is my favorite one. Yeah. And I haven't seen all her movies, but yeah, I've seen quite a few, and Lost in Translation is definitely the favorite.
I mean, I think that's the one that put her on the map. She had before that the Virgin Suicide, right?
Yeah.
Which was an indie darling, so to speak. But then with Lost in Translation, that's one was like, okay, she got Bill Murray to work with her. I don't know if you know the story about that.
No, I don't.
So Bill Murray doesn't have an agent.
Oh, okay.
He only answers a specific a phone that is very, it doesn't give out his number. So you have to know someone who knows someone who can get to Bill Murray.
And it's like you have to leave him a voicemail or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she left him a voicemail, and then he said that, oh yeah, I love the script and I'll be there, and that's it. And then complete radio silence.
She didn't know if he would turn up.
There was no contract signed or anything, because he doesn't really believe in suits doing the. And I said, okay, so is he showing up or not? And then he did. He did show up, and he gave an amazing performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. And casting him was a very courageous choice.
It was, because it's not like there are comedic elements to that role, but it's not a comedy.
Nope. It's not what Bill Murray is known for.
No, it's not what Bill Murray is known for. Although I feel like there were a spate of films around that time where we had people who were traditionally comedic actors or comedians that were doing serious roles, and it all worked out very well. Like Jim Carrey in A Total Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes.
Obviously Bill Murray in Lost in Translation. Adam Sandler in God, what is the name of the Paul Thomas Anderson film?
Braveheart, okay? That movie.
That movie.
Yeah. Robin Williams did a lot of dramas at that
Yeah.
time. Bicentennial Man. Which one? There's one here. I've got a poster somewhere. No. What Dreams May Come.
And the Adam Sandler one was Punch Drunk Love.
Yes. Yeah, well done for that. Yeah. So, great choice.
Yeah.
And Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett
Very
Johansson
young
was
Scarlett Johansson.
incredible in that film.
Yeah. Again, she's done a couple of movies before. The Horse Whisperer as
Did
a
she
child.
do Ghost World before Lost in Translation?
Which one?
Ghost World was an indie film. There was her and a dark-haired actress. I can't remember what happens in it, but it was like a very early 2000s film.
Could be.
Yeah.
So she was, I think, 17ish, very young. And again, brilliant actress in the making, but even there. And the chemistry they had.
Yeah.
Was and very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate.
Right? Again, if you think about, would that movie be greenlit today? Well,
I think you could still make that movie today. Yeah. I mean, like, throughout that whole movie, they had that tension, but nothing really happened between the two of them.
But was she a minor in the movie? I think she was.
Was she?
Yeah. So that's why I don't think that it would work today.
I never thought she was a minor in that film, because she was there with her boyfriend.
Okay, that's true, maybe.
He was like a photographer or something.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, so no, she wasn't. But yeah, I don't know. I still find it that nowadays I'm not sure that they would make that movie.
Right.
Everybody's...
There is a lot of like... there's a lot of tension around like the power dynamics of older men and younger women.
Yeah, and consent and all the stuff that's going on today. I was reading something about a movie I've just seen. This is just a parallel what was the movie? Memory with Jessica Chastain.
Mhm.
And she plays an alcoholic in
Okay.
recovery, and she meets up with someone who has dementia.
Right.
So whether or not having a relationship with someone with dementia, if there's consent or not, and there was this huge thing on social media about, you know, that movie is inappropriate. Hollywood shouldn't do that because there's no consent. And I've watched the movie; it was such a good movie.
Well, I mean, like putting restrictions on things like that is kind of like a modern day Hays Code.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there is a modern day Hays Code.
It's just unspoken.
Yes, and it can be interpreted in any way you want to
Anyway.
interpret it, and you can be offended, and you can dislike something for whatever reason is according your own hates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know.
What have we done?
What have we done to this world, right? Yeah. So going back to Sofia Coppola, Lost in Translation was once in a generation, I think, kind of movie. I've seen another movie that I really liked and it didn't do well at all.
Which one was that?
Called Somewhere.
A movie of hers?
Yes.
I have never heard of it.
And it's with, I'll tell you in a second. This actor who was very en vogue in the 90s. He was in the Aerosmith music video. He will come. Steven Dorff.
Okay,
yes.
yeah.
So it's with Steven Dorff, and he's this middle-aged movie star who's just, his life is shit.
Right.
I remember the first opening scene. Steady camera, and there's Steven Dorff driving his Ferrari on a course, right? Mm-hmm. And you see the book once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and just the same frame, and that's where the credits were coming in.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so this is that kind of a movie. And it just went into the loneliness of what it means to be a movie star. Things that she experienced as being the daughter of a famous director, being left alone as a child on a movie set, and pretty much everybody who comes to talk to you, they either want something from you or they need your attention, and that kind of a very solitary lifestyle that you have, and very bored. And you know, this movie is he's got a daughter, and they don't really have a relationship because he's on movie sets all the time, doesn't get along with his co-star. He gets drunk and falls on stairs and breaks his hand, so he's got his hand in a casket for half of the movie. And he's so bored with his life and his money. There he is in that famous Hollywood hotel chateau, something where all the bachelors live. And he can't fall asleep until he has 2 strippers that don't do anything, just dance for him, and then that's how he falls asleep. That's his coping mechanism, alcohol and strippers. And the essence of loneliness was so well captured in that movie, of what it means to be living in a hotel.
Well, and that is, I think loneliness is her theme, because
good point. I didn't connect the dots yet.
I went to see Priscilla, and it was again a director's UK screening of Priscilla, so Sofia Coppola was there afterwards to do a Q&A, and someone asked a really great question about how a lot of her films are sort of like a behind the scenes look at a person that you wouldn't normally get, that you see in the public eye, but you wouldn't normally get access to, like behind the scenes. So like Priscilla, Marie Antoinette, like these types of people. And they said to her, how did your own experiences, like the child of a famous person, or like then a famous person yourself, how do you bring that into your work? And I mean, her answer was basically her version of like, well, you write what you know, right? And so a lot of these characters, you know, they are big and they're in the limelight, but behind closed doors, they've got like a loneliness to them. Like Priscilla was left alone by Elvis like 80% of the time.
At such a young age.
At such a young age, yeah.
A child.
She was a child, and I didn't know that until I saw the film. And it was like when the film began, she was like 14 or something like this, and it was extremely disturbing.
Yeah.
Her character's lonely. Scarlett Johansson, her character is lonely. Bill Murray's character is lonely.
I connected the last time. I was like, yeah,
yeah,
sure. yeah. Stephen Dorff's character is lonely. Yeah. Loneliness. Yeah. That's how I look at her movies from now. Right. No, I know your feeling.
Who's the lonely one?
Yeah. Oh.